Good afternoon, all. CamelbackTrading.org coming to you this Thursday afternoon, July 22nd. We are looking at Window Trader's market profile of SPY, IWM, and triple Qs, and the beat. The beat goes on as we basically traded within the price probe and M's range for a good part of yesterday until late in the day. JKL tried. M finally took out some of the weak longs. But look at end period now as we're trading above the day's high. Look at triple Qs. Triple Qs ripping. They're the only ones that go out with a price probe. It's a small one, but they probe. And now they're ripping higher as they're within $1.50 of their all-time high. We're just under, we're just over $2, $2.25 from our all-time high. Russell ends up with a B shape. They are certainly lagging behind the S&P and the NASDAQ. They only end 8 wide. L is an afternoon rally high. They go out with a pretty decent sell tail, and they had an open and drive down, which they never saw. I traded small throughout the day, but had a good day. We opened literally with a gap of about 2 cents, I think. Filled that. In A period, I actually took a long against the price probe. When we came in, I had a 15 lot. It was sitting at eyes high. I was all tempted to pull the trigger and buy another 50. I didn't, and then A reversed and went right back up. Had a good trade on that long, but certainly didn't. I should have pulled the trigger. It was just sitting there. You could just tell it was being absorbed. Then in B period came up against the open, and I took a short. And the calls were 433 in A. The short was 436 puts in B against the opening. Got to the opening, backed off, made money on that. We went back and forth through the opening 5 time frames in a row. I took a long in C when we finally got above B's high. We took out A's high, came back in. I worked along on that, a 433 call. Then I went short against the highest accepted price when C got to B's high from the 16th. Took a short there in C, and that one worked out as the market was very mechanical, stopping at very visual levels, and that was the 437 put against the highest accepted price. Then I didn't do anything. D, E, and F. I was looking to fade the low in F, but I couldn't believe we weren't going to at least get the POC from yesterday and possibly test the afternoon pullback low. Obviously, it didn't. It went away without me. Actually took a small short against F's high in G. Stopped the one-time framing. I'm like, okay, let's see if I added to it actually in H. Accidentally, I added to it in H. I was gonna. I had a 10 lot. It was a very small one. I wanted to add another 20 lot. I added 60 by accident, but it happened basically against between B and A's high, and it came in right away for me where I took off the 40 that I didn't mean to buy for a decent profit. And then when I took out H's high, I took off the rest of them. I scratched on 20 that out of the 60, and I lost on the 10 that I originally had. But I made good money on the 40. And then what else did I do? J period. We took out the high, got the overnight high, faded that briefly for a small one. And then I actually took a small short in M when we took out L's low. Wasn't getting anywhere. Took that off for basically scratch. So after making a low on the day, we just did our usual grind up for 6 time frames, and then M wiped out 3 of them. But look at where we're trading now. As this market, there's no barriers. There are no barriers whatsoever to the all-time high. As far as upside destinations, now today's high in SPY is poor. I know ES isn't. That's rare. 435.72 is today's high, poor high. Then we have 436.06. That's the high from the 16th. 436.51, 9 wide. Again, I don't know why that keeps showing 8. And then 437.08 afternoon rally high, and the all-time high of 437.92. For the downside, we have nothing until today's low. Yes, until we get more MGI, all we have is today's high and today's low. We only ended 7 wide. There's no singles. There's no pullback. No nothing. So 433.69. So $2 lower from where we close is our first downside destination. And then we have the 9 wide POC we never got, 433.62 from yesterday. 433.41 afternoon pullback low. And yesterday's low of 432.14. Please write all these down so we don't have to go over them tomorrow morning, so we could keep the morning video shorter. And then on the chart, tomorrow night we recap all 3 of these indices. So here's the weekly. Believe it or not, we have a chance for an outside week up. If by some chance we get last week's all-time high and close above it, it's possible. Right now, the monthly is incredibly healthy. The weekly is in balance. And the daily is clearly up again. Once again, off the 50-day moving average, we've gone from 422 to 435.72, almost $14 straight up. You talk about having a playbook for every time you hit the 50-day moving average this year. It's utterly incredible. Hope you guys and gals had a good day trading. Enjoy your evening, and we'll speak prior to the opening tomorrow.